Hi everyone, welcome to Nani Live. So good to be here. I hope you're doing great. Happy February everyone. So let me see, I hope I am audible. I'm a bit in a place where there could be some background noise, but let's hope that I'm audible. So just give me some heads up if you can hear me. Happy February, everyone. How is your month? How did you get started with it? So welcome to 15 Minutes with Nani, and today I am so excited because we are going to be launching the theme of the month of February. I hope you've been with us for the whole of January where we were talking about values, and that was a great theme, I would say topic, that really took us through evaluating our values. I hope the noise is not as much. I might have to put my earphones. Let me know if you can hear me and that the breeze and the noise is not as loud as that. So I'm just going to have a moment with you for like next 14 minutes just to launch the theme of today and just cover a few things about today. So how are you feeling? How are you, how's your experience getting into the new month? Are you happy, excited? Have you set your goals for the month? Have you managed to get the time to evaluate your January? If you were to describe one word, how January was in one word, what would that be? One word. And what's your theme for February? What's your theme? So for me, January was charging. Yes, I was getting charged. I was getting fueled. So it was like I started on a high. And it was really, really busy because I was setting up my plans for the year. Still not fully done, but I was also pushing with my priorities for January. So there was a lot of things to do, but I was also really getting recharged and so energized and fueled to get through the year. So February, I am yet to kind of set it out, but so far so good. I think I kind of had the word for that, but I will see how it looks like. So let me get to today's talk. I hope you're ready. Drum rolls. So the theme, I know you're aware, but just give me a moment to to give that audience to you. So we are all about strength. So it's zoom in, my strength. I know, zoom in, my strength. So we want you to zoom your strength. By that, we have two words that we want you to kind of take that for you. So one of them is we want you to focus on your strengths. So one word is focus, but the other one is to amplify, all right? To amplify your strength, okay? So that is what we are doing. Do you remember, I don't know, there is this cartoon that we used to watch when I was a child, when I was young. I don't know how it's properly pronounced, whether it's Popeye or Popeye, whatever, but this guy would eat up some spinach and all of a sudden he would get his arms so strong and he would basically do anything. He would get the superpowers just because he ate spinach. So today I want you to kind of ask yourself, what are your superpowers, right? We all have these superheroes we watch in news. I mean in movies. They're kind of imaginary, or these characters in movies. But what about in real life? Do you think that you have a superpower? I do believe that I have superpowers. I have special abilities. I hope you think that way for yourself. Do you believe that you have some special abilities? What makes you different from other people? What do people say that you're good at, So what do you use to save people's lives, including your own, There are those powers that you got, those capabilities, those talents. Those are what we are going to be talking about. And why is it important for us to focus on our strengths? Most people, I'll tell you, most of us, even think about yourself. When do you praise yourself? When do you magnify the things that you're good at? Probably right now, you have stopped to utilize some of your talents, some of your special strengths that you used to have when you were a child. Maybe because you just ignored them. Maybe there is no market for them. Maybe somebody discouraged you. Whatever it is, you probably do it maybe as a side hustle, as a side job. But if you're having a job right now, if you're having a career, tell me the truth. Are you maximizing on your strength? Are you maximizing on your talents? Tell me about it. It's few people who are actually utilizing fully, their talents, their skills. And that's what I want us to discuss about that. We need to bring our strengths, our talents, our capabilities to the center. We should make money out of our talents. We should make money out of our strengths, right? We should be going to school to educate ourselves, to go through training, to sharpen those skills, those talents, practice on those talents, on those skills, on those strengths, something that you already have, not starting from scratch with something you barely know, you barely have. I'm not saying it's bad, but it would take you less time if you sharpened what you're already good at, something you really desire, you do easily, okay? So if you're easy with working with your hands, okay, if you're given any task, it's going to take you less time. If you're trained on that area where you can use your hands, you're going to be outstanding. You will take less time to understand, okay? So I want us to do more, with what we already have, okay? So if you focus on your strengths, you can actually do more, and you can go to a training or education or gain skills in that area easily, okay? Easily and much faster, all right? So I hope that, that gets you to have you to think about that, okay? So how do you get started? First is to believe that you have superpowers, right? What are those special abilities that you have within you, okay? And by that, it doesn't have to be physical strength, okay? It can be your mental abilities. It can be your qualities. It can be your experiences. Maybe you have had through an experience, you've gone through an experience that made you tough, Maybe it could be a negative experience, but it has worked to your advantage. It has given you a strength, let's say, to be resilient, to be hardcore. That is your superpower, right? That means you can endure things. If you go through difficulties, you will not give up easily, right? So experiences can give us some strengths that can really help us, right? So also it could be something you've gone to school to study. So part of your education, think about part of your skills, what you have trained to do, okay? So with that, you are able to do things faster, you're able to make money, you are helping people by solving their problems, okay? Whether you're earning money or you're making an impact, but you're solving people's problems using that skill, that ability. So that is your superpower, right? That is what our superheroes do, actually. They save the city by, solving people's problems, meaning that they solve crimes or they get rid of the villains and things like that. So for you, it could be, how are you using your strengths to solve problems? Okay, how are you using your strengths to solve problems? Have you ignored about your strengths? Are you capitalizing on the things that are hard to do? Some people are maximizing on their weaknesses, unfortunately so, okay? It's not bad, but think about how much time you would save if you maximize on your strengths, okay? I'm seeing a comment from Paul. That's very fantastic dialogue. It tells us what we can do to empower ourselves and to use our talents to empower others. Many people don't even believe themselves. We are depending, sure. So that's very true. So we have to start from a point of analyzing ourselves. First, believe in yourself that you have special abilities, okay? If you don't know, if you have never figured that out, one of the ways that you can start to think about it, go back to your childhood. What are the things that you loved to do, okay? There are people who maybe they used to play with people's hair. They would plait other people's hair very easily. Nobody taught them, but they would play with hair. But Maybe some adults told them that that's not gonna give you a career, and they stopped, but they could do that. All right, maybe you could do something when you were a child. You were creative. Maybe you used to draw, maybe you used to paint, maybe you used to write, and then you stopped. Whatever made you stop, whether somebody discouraged you or you discouraged yourself, I hope this month you can go and dig that. That could be your superpower. That could be something you can use to solve problems, people's real problems. Imagine if you're a storyteller. Imagine if you're painting pictures or images that can tell a story and touch somebody's life. Okay, imagine if you can, you have ability to listen to people. Okay, imagine if you went to school and sharpened that skill, sharpened that ability. Where could you be now? And I'm not saying that it's late, but I want you to kind of recognize and do a bit of that search and find more about yourself. Okay, because when you're in your area of strength, you feel happy, you get lost in the moment. Okay, you get lost in the moment. You feel it's rewarding to you. Whether you get paid, you don't get paid, it is so satisfactory to you. Okay, so I hope this encourages somebody out there. Okay, go back to your strengths and think about it. What have you ignored about it? And how can you maximize? So for the next weeks, we are going to be touching on this topic. We want you to bury the dead, to strengthen or utilize more of what you have not been utilizing. Maybe you could be broke, but you could monetize on your strengths, on your talents, on your capabilities, okay? The things you've been overlooking. Maybe you could start a project on that strength. So all these are some of the opportunities that lie for you to unveil. So what we'll be covering for the next weeks will be we're going to be looking at how you can make the most of your strengths. So that means utilizing how you can maximize your strengths, because most of us do not. Then we'll be looking at the dormant volcano. So that means do you have some strengths in you that are dormant? We call it potential. So some power in you that is lying dormant, that waits to be unleashed. Okay, so you need to be aware of that. Maybe you're waiting for the right time, maybe you're waiting for the right opportunity, maybe you're waiting for the right place, maybe you're waiting for the right grooming for that power, that superpower to come out in you, right? So we want to go through that and how you can go through that process. All right, and then we will look at the last week, what are you known for? So we want you to be known for your strength, right? If we ask in this industry who is known for what, your name, or somehow people should be speaking about you using your strength. Maybe so and so is a writer, maybe so and so is a producer, maybe so and so is a photographer, maybe so and so is a storyteller, right? So we want you to be known for your strength. Okay, so how do you do that? You may have a lot of things about you, a lot of strengths. You're diversifying, but you can put it all together. Or maybe you can develop that one strength in a way that it kind of comes out in different areas of your life. I hope that makes sense, right? So your strength can come out in your family. If you're, let's say, your father, same strength can show up. If you're a son to somebody, your strength will show up. You're a co-worker, your strength will show up. If you're a business leader, your strength will show up. So your strength can reveal itself in different personalities of you. It doesn't bring confusion. So you'll be known for your strength no matter what title you hold. I hope that makes sense, right? So anyways, that's all for now. So let's catch up. Do not forget to work on your goals. Okay, if you have not set your goals for February, please do. Think about 3 areas that you want to improve. Come 28th of February, what are the 3 priorities that you want to achieve? You could have a career goal, you could have a financial goal, or maybe talent or skills, strengths area. It could be your health. What are the top 3 areas? When 28th of February arrives, you will feel satisfied that you have put your all, your resources, your focus, your attention to arrive to those 3 things, and see where that takes you. Okay, so otherwise we'll be sharing with you updates. If you do not have the journal, by the way, Mimi Nani productivity, emotional and habit tracker journal, please get it. Okay, you need that. It's a 30 days planner that helps you. It's personalized at your pace, but it gets you to write down your goals. It helps you to focus. It helps you to track your habits, to develop them if you haven't, but also it helps you to have a system where you can check your emotions, right? Emotions are like so important in our lives. So you can check your emotions, measure them, and kind of see how they affect your day-to-day life. Not all days are the same. Some days you feel high, some days you feel low. But we don't want you to carry that to the next day and the next day and the next day. We want you to deal with that at the end of every day. So that journal helps you. So if you haven't gotten a copy, if you have not ordered a copy, please do so before they run out. But definitely we'll have some more copies. So if you're in Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda right now, place your order. If you want it in Swahili or English, that's what we have for now. So otherwise, have a great one. This was great having this conversation. Let me just see one comment from Paul again. I didn't have a person to empower me when I was a child. Now I'm trying my best to empower others, especially young girls and boys. I wish to see them there. Like, that's amazing. That's amazing. And the best way to empower someone is to magnify and amplify their strength. You know, we are so much, we get to be those people who shrink people. You know, we touch on people's weaknesses. Well, if someone is not doing good, do not amplify that. You can tell them by, let's say, how do you correct a child? When a child has not made their bed, you can start by telling them, you know what, I think you're very good at this and that, right? Or you're doing good in your school or what. The same way you do that, you should do this. So when you help someone feel good and confident about their strength, and then you point out their areas of improvement, it's so easy for them to see that and embrace and want to impress you and want to improve. Rather than when you nag a person and just start crushing them on the areas that they're not doing well, that can be so discouraging, that can be so sabotaging, and it's not good. So I hope we can, Paul, good work you're doing with young girls and boys. Tell them their strengths, tell them to focus on that, tell them to amplify on that, and use that to minimize their weaknesses. So I hope this helps you all, and apologies for my background noise. I'm in an outdoor place today, so I thought by this time I would be in a closed area where it would be quiet and would have just quiet conversation. So I hope this turns out good. If you're able to hear me and still stay live up to this point, I suppose you do. So thank you so much and have a good one. Let's meet next week. Bye bye. Thank you.